We have some breaking news coming in. Australia beat India by 6 wickets. Australia win Border-Gavaskar Trophy. India lose Sydney Test by 6 wickets. Australia win Border-Gavaskar Trophy 3-1. Australia qualify for the World Test Championship final. Nitin is joining us live on the broadcast for more on this. Nitin, is India now completely out of qualification for World Test Championship?
Well, of course, it's big shame and big setback for India and Sydney as they've lost, the Sydney Test, and with this, their dream for WTC to qualify is also over. But if you look back, this 5-test match series, India had started a phenomenal, Border-Gavaskar series by winning the first Test match in Perth. But after that, the pink ball. It was a setback. Brisbane, Indian team managed to draw. But again in Melbourne, where from where everything started, be it negative talks or be it downfall of Indian team, they lost the Melbourne Test, and then again in Sydney the same result. So in calculation and in everything keeping in mind, India have underperformed in this series, and the big thing is that. Indian batting now have to be, I think, they'll have to look back. They have to think on their capabilities, because this Indian side had big names as in Rohit Sharma was there, Virat Kohli was there, Rishabh Pant was there, Jaiswal was there, some youngsters who have who was given chance, and I think they are not responsible, but the responsibility is on the big names, is on the big shoulders, is on the stars of Indian batting. They have failed. Rohit Sharma, he opted out from the Sydney Test, that saying that my bat is not scoring runs, I am not in form, I think I should stay back and chance to be given to the younger generation. But again, I think Indian team, it's completely is big concern, big serious issue is there, because their batting is completely downfall. Nobody had performed, nobody is taking responsibility, nobody is thinking the betterment of Indian team, and here is the result, that you have lost the Border-Gavaskar Trophy. India, completely, there is something very wrong in this Indian team, because Australia have won this trophy after 10 years. Indian side was dominating in Border-Gavaskar Trophy in the last few years and in last decade. But now everything is over for Indian side, and especially in Test cricket, because India was also eyeing to qualify for the WTC World Test Championship, but their dream is over. So big setback for Indian side at the Sydney Test.
Right, Nitin, Australia completely outplayed India in almost every test apart from Perth. Is this a point of concern?
There are many points of concerns as far as India's performance is concerned, because see, we were always a batting lineup, strong batting lineup. But here in Australia, Australians have shown that what batting is exactly. India started, their journey quite well. They managed to win the first test, but again in the second innings, it was a good batting. After that, in Adelaide, the pink ball test, India failed completely. There no batting show up. Similarly, in the Brisbane, complete showdown, no batting at all. Same result, same condition at the Melbourne Test, no batting at all, and same result in Sydney. See, I think there is something seriously wrong, because New Zealand, when came to India, and they whitewashed India at home. So from there, I think there was a completely no confidence in the team, no batters was in form, some miscalculated team combination. So everything is responsible. But as of now, Indian Test cricket is in serious problem. See, India's Test cricket, is a big thing. We have a big history of Indian Test cricket. There was so many fantastic batsmen, be it Rahul Dravid, be it V.S. Lakshman, and you go back, there are many more. But at present, it is a big question mark on Indian batting lineup, that who is going to take the responsibility. It is always, I think in Australia, it was always two things. Jasprit Bumrah versus Australia. Because whenever Jasprit Bumrah is required, he has to bowl, he has to take wickets, he has to make runs. So I think, in my point of view, it was always Bumrah versus Australia. And today, unfortunately, Bumrah was not there. He had some back issue. Yesterday we saw those visuals where Bumrah was heading to hospital for his scans. And today when he didn't take the field, their bowlers, they tried to do well. But again, the absence of Bumrah is something really big. And Australia, they knew that Bumrah is not there, and this is the time to, take that opportunity and make big runs. And for that, there was no big target as well for Australians to, win this test match. And they won this test match very easily. There was no struggle. So, I mean, it's a big setback for India. And it's time to think, and BCCI also, and the selectors also, they all should come together and do something for India Test cricket to revive it. Because I think it is high time to take some big calls, and big players should also, I think it's time to also think on their performances, to their capabilities, to their, it is a big setback for Indian side as they have lost the Border-Gavaskar Trophy.
Right, Nitin. Thanks for bringing us all those details on that story.